It's May and welcome to May Loves. Today I'm just going to be going over my favourites from the month of April because we are already in May. A couple of these are things I've rediscovered in my life or grown to reappreciate, but there are a few things that are from my last haul video, so you may recognise most of these. Some of them I think you won't have seen before though. So on that note, let's get started on my one piece of skincare that's in this video. This is aloe vera gel. Without this, my skin would be a mess. I get a lot of eczema on my face and spots, and basically my face is an oily, dry mess, and that just kind of keeps my skin hydrated without being too hydrated. And if anyone is having any form of skin issue, I would highly recommend investing in some aloe. It will clear up anything, I swear by it. Yeah, cannot recommend that one highly enough. Next we have a highlighter. We actually have two highlighters in this video. The first one I think you will have seen in my last video. No, I hadn't got it yet. This is the LA Girl Luminous Glow Skin Illuminator. I got this because of a recommendation from Nicole Cutler. And I use it as a primer like she does, but if you do want to use it as a really natural liquid highlight, it does work like that as well. So it's just this gold tone, but I find that when you rub it in, it has a very sheer base and you can just kind of see the sheen. So even if you're really pale like I am, it doesn't show up too much as like a gold stripe, even if you use it over the top, and it just leaves this nice luminosity. I think I still prefer my other luminizing primers more, so my Superdrug Vitamin E Day Cream and my Natural Collection one, but it's a different tone to them and a bit different, and I'm still playing around with it, but I do really like it enough for it to make it into this video. Let me put them here so I remember what I've gone over. Next we have this PS Pure Glow Highlighter in Brunch Glove. They've repackaged these now so they look like dupes of the Kylie Cosmetics ones, but oh my god, this is insane. Absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like it. So if I just one swipe, it's insane. It blends out beautifully. It's so blinding. It's probably the most blinding highlight I own. And I own one over highlight, which I keep as a collector's item. So if they have this in your local Primark, be it in a different shade if this one isn't suited to you, because they do have quite a few, I'd say grab it because, oh my god, it is beautiful. This is probably in my top 2 highlights of all time. This and my Obsession Mega Lightning. It's just... It is a bit dry, but I find a lot of the time that I prefer drier textured highlighters. So like my Obsession one is a drier texture as well because that's baked. But it's still, it's not glittery. It's just a sheen, a metallized sheen. That makes me very happy. Okay, so next we have, let's see my liners. These are the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner, and I have the shades Brown, Royal Blue, and Limelight. So Limelight is what I'm wearing right now, but I don't think you can see it in this lighting. Let me just pop a bit more on. It's this bright, slightly glittery, metallized lime green, as the name would suggest. And it's the first one of these I got, and it's probably my favourite one. I find that it's dark enough to give some definition, but it's light enough that it doesn't close off the eyes, and it just enhances my eye colour so beautifully. Then we have Brown there, and Royal Blue there. And they're just all beautiful, and they have an amazing formula. They stay put, so if I rub over my hand now, it's not moving, it's not budging, it's staying there until I go at it with a makeup wipe, and even then it might take me a couple of minutes. And yeah, if you are looking for a good, cheap pencil eyeliner. I think these are like £4 on Beauty Bay, and I can't recommend them highly enough. So next, we all know I depotted my Shine XO The Remix palette. Originally I had it all together in one nice palette, but I took my favourite shades and put it in this along with... Can I get you out? Can I? Yep, it's Freedom Settle Down, which is like a pressed glitter shade. It's really pretty. But the other ones are from the Shine XO The Remix palette. I think this one was called Dark Horse, this one was called Silhouette, and I can't for the life of me remember what these two were called, and this, I don't know, I can't remember. But these are the shades that made me happy on a daily basis, because I'm boring, so I went for like the camel neutrals. But yeah, amazing travel palette, beaut. Love it. This palette actually was the BH Cosmetics Concealer and Corrector palette. It is not anymore. Why pay for fancy magnetic palettes when you can make your own? Okay, so I'm going to leave eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to do all of my eyeshadow palettes now. So these two you will have seen in my last haul video. This is the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. I'm not going to say too much about this because you've probably heard all about it, but these shades are some of the most pigmented things I've ever seen in my life. So these are just the shimmers for you. And if I put those on the hand, I'm going to run out of space. That's one swipe. They are so beautiful. Sometimes I feel like they can... Look what I've just done. I got my dropper in the goddamn eyeshadow palette, and now it's blue, purple and orange. Excellent. Absolutely fab. Where was I? Yeah, this is just an excellent palette, but try not to get them on your clothes, because they're so pigmented, there's no room for error when it comes to spilling things everywhere. So finally for eyeshadow, there is my little baby, the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. Right, this palette is gorgeous, but the thing that really bugs me about it is the way it's set out. Because to me, if I had designed this palette, let's just see if I can get a decent shot of it first. Right, that's not too bad. If I had designed this palette, I would have moved this shade and this shade because they do not fit with this quad. So I would have put Jet, which is the black, in the place of Ignite, and I would have put this shade, I think it's called Blaze, here in the in place of Still Shot, because otherwise you have this beautiful cool toned 9 section with all the interesting shimmers you could ever want and your basic mattes, and then you just have this salmon pink messing it all up, and then this orange also messing it all up. And then you could have your neutrals down the middle, your cool tones on this side and your warm tones on this side, and maybe your purples in the middle, so these two, and keep that one there. And I think that would just make this palette a lot more cohesive. That said, I do love this palette. You can see it's a little bit beat up as much as I am trying to keep it neat. But yeah, that's just the one thing that really bugs me about this palette. Also, the shade Wild Heart. I'm not really sure what formula it's supposed to be. It's like a satin, but it's not the most pigmented satin on the world. So you can't really build it up, but you can't use it all over as a lid shade. And yeah, that's the only dud I found in that palette. But it might be good if you just put one of the other pink shades all over the lid and put that in the centre. I don't know. I don't really wear pink eyeshadow all that often. But yeah. Next is something I don't think I've ever talked about on my channel. This is the BH Cosmetics Eye Light in Fresh. I'm wearing it a tiny bit today. I'll just swatch it there for you. It's a yellowy base with a ton of multicoloured glitter in it. That just, a lot of it's more blue and pink and every colour you could ever imagine, and it just looks wet on the eyes. Like right now to me it looks bright pink, but if I show it you here, it looks yellow or bright blue. So I think it will go with any look, be it cool toned because it's got that blue cool tone pink shift, or warm tone because it's got that yellowy green base. And yeah, it's just stunning. It's so easy, so quick, so cheap. I think it's like £7. And if you wipe away the base, you just get this iridescent-y bluey glitter, which bathed me in it. Seriously, just bathed me in BH Cosmetics Fresh. So got 3 more makeup products and 2 brushes. So this is the NYX Angel Veil, which I also spoke about in my haul video. This, I never thought I'd like this because a lot of people with dry skin went on and on about this. And although I am quite combo, I do have a really oily T-zone, so I really wasn't expecting this to do anything towards keeping me matte. But actually, I do really like it. It's this white colour, so I don't know if it would leave a cast on darker skin tones and look ashy, but it does rub away. And it just leaves your skin feeling really soft and smooth, but not too slippy, because I do find that a lot of the more traditional silicone-based primers leave your face feeling very slippy and slidey. This has a bit more grip to it, even though it is still a smoothing primer, so it doesn't have a lot of grip. And yeah, it also doesn't draw out the moisture from your face because it is that lotiony texture, so I would recommend that. We have this Collection Speed Highlighter. So anyone that's been here for more than one video knows how much I love my BH Cosmetics Ice Bronze. Not BH, Barry M Ice Bronze. This is less sheeny and more shimmery, and it's a bit of a darker colour, darker, more pinky toned colour, but it's still just so beautiful. It is that drier texture, so if you are someone who doesn't like the feeling of something sticky on your face, you'll much prefer this. And it's just really nice to throw on, run out the door, and look like you made a bit of an effort. I literally shove it everywhere, like eyes, cheekbones, nose, forehead, just draw all over my face. So the final makeup product is this W7 Flirty Eyes Mascara. I have horrendous eyelashes. I pull them out when I get stressed. I think it's like some form of trichotillomania or something like that. I remember my psychologist telling me about it once, but I can't remember. But this mascara, this is 2 coats. It's incredible. It's got this hourglass shaped brush, but the bristles are really short and plasticky, unlike most hourglass shaped brushes you see, because most of them are more like the Better Than Sex kind of shape where it's quite fluffy. This separates your eyelashes but also gives them that volume from the hourglass shape, and it's not too big, not too small. It's just, I love it. I love it. I'm in love. I've never found a mascara that does so much for my eyelashes. So finally, last but not least, we have 2 brushes which are looking like polar opposites. The first, we have this Cala, it doesn't have a name on it, but it's just a stipple brush. This is my final step in my makeup routine every single time. Just to go over my face, blend out any lines, I'll even take it over my eyes, make sure my eyeshadow is blended out into the rest of my face, and just go over everything. Blends everything out like a dream. I've had it for years. Still going strong, nice and flimsy, and it's very loosely packed, so it really works to blend out whatever's going on in your face. I don't use it to apply product directly to my face because I'd rather have it and then blend it out, which I know is the opposite to most people, but this blends it out so effortlessly that I'd rather do it that way. And then finally, this is this BH Cosmetics No. 2 brush from the Smoky set. It's a very interesting shape. I'll use my face as a whiteboard to see. Hi. It's a very interesting shape, and it's very tapered and Lindsay. And I really like it for adding super dark shadow just really lightly. So I'll show you with my little Sean XL palette and the black shade. So this is what my eyes were looking like before. And I just very, very lightly brush it, like sweep so lightly, so gently. And I find you can be super precise with it and super light-handed so that you don't end up too dramatic. So I don't know if you can tell the difference between that eye and that eye. This eye just has quite a bit more depth. And I'll just sweep it through on the other side as well. And that's what you end up with, and it's so beautiful as a brush. I'd recommend this set to anyone purely for this brush, although its bigger twin, the number 1, is also lovely. This is just really good for precision work, because I find a lot of the time, a lot of the brushes people sell are huge, and some with quite small and quite hooded eyes. This does me a lot better. So I think that's everything. Thank you for sticking around. It's been lovely to see you. I hope you have the best day on planet Earth, and I hope to see you again. Remember, you are amazing and I love you, and I hope you are incredible. So see you later. Bye.